Second, a statewide funding procedure makes certain the districts have the right incentives in place to remain in their existing areas. The results show a correlation between the amount transferred in the open enrollment program and school district participation. As such, policymakers in other states should strive to put the right financial incentives in place by ensuring that dollars follow the student across school district boundaries. This can be accomplished by setting a statewide per pupil amount that all districts generate when they enroll transfer students. At the very least, the design of Wisconsin's approach maximizes transparency and is done in a way that doesn't produce fiscal notes for the state. Third, extra funding promotes opportunities for students with disabilities. Another key provision is the differentiated funding amount for students with disabilities, who are often the most ill-served by their local schools. While there is only anecdotal evidence on this point in the study, it is likely that open enrollment participation increased after extra funding for students with disabilities began in 2016. Providing additional funding recognizes that they are costlier to serve and can help assuage district fears about meeting their needs. Fourth, robust transparency allows parents and taxpayers to follow the money. This research is only possible because of the extent to which information on Wisconsin's open enrollment program is made publicly available. Open enrollment funding amounts are explicit in state law, and transfer data for every school district in the state is readily available online, including counts of transfers in, transfers out, transfer students rejected, and the reasons for rejections. For states considering implementation or improvements, a requirement could also be included for student-level data collection and analysis to allow for a more granular look at the relationship with student performance over time. In the last few years, the emphasis of alternative school selection supporters has actually changed towards private school options and charter institutions, which provide ingenious and distinctive options to typical public schools. However, these alternatives are most likely to stay minimal in terms of the degree. Because of this, it is essential that open enrollment programs supply households with a practical alternative. The research highlights the success of Wisconsin's approach, supplying a model for various other states to follow, and making sure that open registration continues to be a valuable tool for households in an age of increasing parental choice. As states establish choices for family members, it is important to consider cross-district open enrollment as a practical kind of public school option, while other choices like finding out sheathings and education and interest-bearing accounts have amassed significant interest. Wisconsin's design serves as a best practice for states looking to improve their student transfer plans. This research study provides proof that a lot of the steps integrated into Wisconsin's system have worked and have helped to make it the biggest single school option program in the state. Expanding program registration has a direct influence on rates. A significant instance is Wisconsin, where the intro of a flexible application procedure outside of the conventional enrollment period led to a significant surge in open enrollment, with an almost 20% increase in just 1 year. In addition, pupils commonly choose to move to school areas that use superior instructional chances. Consequently, areas that constantly demonstrate strong efficiency on state analyses generally experience an influx of brand new pupils through open enrollment, whereas those that battle academically often tend to see a decline in registration. Initially, contributor districts showed improvement. Districts that experienced a decline in student enrollment because of open-up performance on state tests, yet these gains faded as time passed. Fourth, rises in the transfer funding amount are associated with higher district engagement, as the quantity of financing transferred to the receiving district has actually enhanced over time. Areas have taken in even more pupils with the program. Wisconsin's open enrollment program uses beneficial lessons for policymakers nationwide. Key functions, such as a uniform statewide funding formula, targeted support for students with unique requirements, and strict transparency requirements, have actually cultivated prevalent fostering among school areas, and increased instructional selections for families, with over 70,000 pupils currently taking advantage of the program. I hope this gives you an idea of how a state can use the open enrollment program to help parents look for better opportunities for their children. This is a tool not many states are using, and Wisconsin's experience with their program should give states a good idea as to how to develop their own program. To study more about the events that are occurring today, watch some of our other videos.